place where the wound used to stop. Industrially calm and quiet, and still I trace the faint silvery scar, a map of the pain I had to fulfill. Ooh, for so long I believed that the breaking had left me incapable of feeling again, that the depth of the sorrow meant the end of all beauty, a perpetual freezing rain. But the air I breathe now is cleaner, the colors around me are sharper and bright. I'm starting to notice the world again, stepping fully back into the light. This isn't just mending, this is total reconstruction from the ground up, designed anew. I didn't patch the old cracks, I grew something entirely different and true. The lessons are embedded in the structure, the resilience is woven deep inside. studying grace, a predictable, measured, careful paces. Run through the days with a guarded spirit, never leaving a vulnerable trace. I convinced myself that solitude was strength, that affection only led to the fall, keeping my distance from the true kind of sharing, avoiding the deepest call. But the moment our paths converged, the walls I built so high began to melt, and I finally understood the profound, vibrant feeling I had never truly felt. There is a depth to this bond that defies all my former definitions of bliss. It's the effortless comfort, the profound understanding, the security of a shared kiss. You didn't ask me to change or compromise the essential being of my soul. You simply arrived, and suddenly, beautifully, you made my fractured existence whole. Having you is the quiet revolution that shifted the of my entire world. Having you is the safe harbor, the banner of affection I proudly have unfurled. It's not just the passion, the fire, the excitement, though those beautiful moments are true. It's the simple, anchoring peace of knowing I walk through this whole life with you. You are the breath in my spirit, the rhythm in my heart, the calm in my personal storm. Having you is the only place in the universe where I know I will always be root. You see the fears I still try to conceal, the insecurities I occasionally show, and instead of retreating or judging, your affection only seems to grow. Acceptance is a miracle, a gift I cherish with every breath and thought. The realization that true love is effortless, not something agonizingly far. Though we speak in a language only we understand, a connection that feels ancient and deep. And in your gaze I see the silent promises that our two loving spirits intend to keep. Having you is the quiet revolution that shifted the axis of my entire world. Having you is the safe harbor, the banner of affection I proudly have unfurled. It's not just the passion, the fire, the excitement, though those beautiful moments are true. It's the simple, anchoring peace of knowing I walk through this whole life with you. You are the breath in my spirit, the rhythm in my heart, the calm in my heart, personal storm. Having you is the only place in the universe where I know I will always be warm. I never thought I deserved this kind of tenderness, this effortless, all-encompassing grace. But looking at you, I finally see the meaning of finding my rightful place. I will never take this connection for granted. It is the most sacred thing I possess. My life began the day I opened my heart to this true and absolute happiness. Having you, having you, having you. I was lost in the labyrinth of my own sorrow, moving through days colored gray and dim. The light had been extinguished by a loss that left my spirit on the rim of complete final surrender, believing the joy had simply ceased to exist. Every glance in the mirror showed a face that felt perpetually kissed by mist. Then one ordinary morning across a crowded and different space, my gaze settled on your face, and I saw that subtle, unexpected grace. It wasn't a sudden burst of sunshine, no dramatic thunder or bold sign. It was just the gentle curving of your lips, a light so beautifully, purely mine. A small fleeting moment of simple happiness, untouched by the world's heavy weight. A delicate reassurance that it wasn't too late to welcome the change of fate. And in that single instant, everything shifted, illuminated by the smile. It was a language without words, telling me hope could return for a while. The smile was a promise of a future I hadn't dared to imagine or see. It broke through the wall of my heartbreak, setting my captive spirit free. It didn't fix the past, but it healed the present, warming the cold place you found. That one simple curve of affection was the most beautiful healing sound. I saw the light dancing in your eyes, a reflection of the gentle light you possess. And for the first time in ages, the weight of the sorrow was finally put to rest. I realized that resilience isn't found in monumental, earth-shattering deeds, but in the quiet, unexpected moments that plant small, life-affirming seeds. The fleeting moment became my anchor, the secret I held close to my own core, proof that pure joy still existed, waiting just outside my locked door. No words can say just a sudden burst of sunshine, no dramatic thunder or bold sign. It was just the gentle curving of your lips, a light so beautifully, purely mine. A small fleeting moment of simple happiness, untouched by the world's heavy weight. A delicate reassurance that it wasn't too late to welcome a change of fate. And in that single instant, everything shifted, illuminated by a smile. It was a language without words, telling me hope could return for a while. The smile was a promise of a future I hadn't dared to imagine or see. It broke through the wall of my heartbreak, setting my captive spirit free. It didn't fix the past, but it healed the present, warming the cold place you found. That one simple curve of affection was the most beautiful healing sound. I will carry the memory of that moment, a subtle tenderness I will always hold dear. The power of a simple expression to banish a lifetime of consuming fear. It wasn't given for me, but it found me, and in that I found my way back to the a reminder that true light comes from the pure, unburdened heart. The smile, the promise kept. I remember the long stretches of solitude, the nights when the quiet felt too deep. I carried the weight of my past failures, secrets my weary spirit struggled to keep. The world felt like a vast cold ocean, and I was a vessel tossed on the foam, searching desperately for the lighthouse, the one constant that could lead me home. I didn't think such simple, effortless solace could ever truly exist for my soul, believing that living meant fighting, never achieving a state that was whole. Then you appeared in the landscape, not with thunder but with a patient, soft light. You offered your presence, not perfection, bringing clarity to the overwhelming night. You didn't try to fix the wreckage, you simply helped me acknowledge the pain. And in that quiet, supportive understanding, I knew I could finally live again. It's the simple anchoring truth up beside me, the knowledge that you are simply near. Beside me is a silence where all my anxiety and all my deepest shadows disappear. It's the steady rhythm of your spirit against mine, a connection so easy and true. You are the proof that safety isn't found in a fortress, but in the vulnerability shared with you. I can face the entire universe now with nothing to fear and nowhere to hide, because I have the calm, solid presence of you right here, standing beside me. You celebrate the small victories, you understand the moments when I regress. You offer no judgment for the struggle, only a gentle, open tenderness. That kind of acceptance is a rare treasure, a gift I cherish with every breath I draw. You show me that strength isn't solitude, but leaning into the spirit's deepest law. We don't need grand adventures or speeches to affirm the depth of the bond we possess, just the quiet understanding that your hand is always there in my need and distress. Then you appeared in the landscape, not with thunder but with a patient, soft light. You offered your presence, not perfection, bringing clarity to the overwhelming night. You didn't try to fix the wreckage, you simply helped me acknowledge the pain. And in that quiet, supportive understanding, I knew I could finally live again. It's the simple anchoring truth up beside me, the knowledge that you are simply safety isn't found in a fortress, but in the vulnerability shared with you. I can face the entire universe now with nothing to fear and nowhere to hide. Because I have the calm, solid presence of you right here, standing beside me. This affection is my anchor, my gentle, persistent, unwavering guide. The safest place in all creation is here, with nothing left to deny or to hide. Thank you for being the quiet constant, the truest, most faithful essence. I see your presence is your greatest peace that was ever truly given to me. Always beside me. Always beside me, always. I used to think affection was a battlefield, a constant negotiation of cost and gain, mistaking the temporary high for the depth of feeling, mistaking the pleasure for the pain. I chased the fire that burned fast and bright, leaving only ashes where the spirit caressed, believing that intensity was proof of commitment, constantly putting my heart to the test. But then you walked into the chaos, and you didn't raise your voice or rush the scene. You simply offered a quiet, steady presence, the calmest affection I had ever seen. There is no performance needed, no facade I have to wear or maintain. You see the imperfections of failures, and you still let your spirit sweetly reign. The connection is built on the truth that feels effortless, resilient and clear. It is the gentle, undeniable understanding that banished every form of fear. And now I finally know the feeling, the quiet, profound peace of true love. It's not a whirlwind of passion, but the gentle, steady guidance from above. True love is the space where I can surrender, where my spirit can safely reside. It's the simple, unshakable knowledge that you will always be walking right by my side. You are the comfort, the constant, the beautiful, honest mirror I need to see. This deep, unconditional acceptance, this is what true love means to me. We talk about the future without any hedging, no unspoken worries left to conceal. The plans we make are simple and sure, the kind that both our spirits can truly feel. You are my anchor in the inside I had to wear and maintain. You see the imperfections, the failures, and you still let your spirit sweetly reign. The connection is built on a truth that feels effortless, resilient and clear. It is the gentle, undeniable understanding that banished every former fear. And now I finally know the feeling, the quiet, profound peace of true love. It's not a whirlwind of passion, but the gentle, steady guidance from above. True love is the space where I can surrender, where my spirit can safely reside. It's the simple, unshakable knowledge that you will always be walking right by my side. You are the comfort, the constant, the beautiful, honest mirror I need to see. This deep, unconditional acceptance, this is what true love means to me. I promise to cherish this bond, to protect the quiet sanctuary we have made, to never take for granted the vulnerability, the beautiful trust we have laid. My devotion is endless, my affection is certain, rooted deeper than any trend. This is the journey, the discovery, the kind of affection that has no end. Unshakable knowledge that you will always be walking right by my side. This deep, unconditional acceptance, this is what true love means to me. True love, always. I used to waste time looking backward, obsessing over errors I couldn't undo. Each tick of the clock was a reminder of the chances I missed, the paths I walked through. I lived in the past, a prisoner of regret, letting the hours slip away, afraid to embrace the vulnerability of the present, or face the promise of a new day. But then you arrived, a sudden powerful anchor in the current heart I couldn't control, and you showed me the value of this moment, the precious time that makes my spirit whole. Now I see the value in every fleeting breath, every minute we were given to share. I wanna be fully present in your orbit, absorbing the magic that hangs in the air. No longer taking the affection for granted, no longer letting opportunities drift, because the truth is the only thing we truly possess is this irreplaceable bond. I wanna lose a single moment, I wanna feel the value of every second with you. Every beat of the clock is a treasure, a destiny that was finally beckoned. Every second is a chance to say, cherish you, a chance epic visions to validate the strength of our bond. The simplicity of sharing a quiet moment is the assurance our spirits respond. Just watching the light change in your eyes, listening to the rhythm of your quietest sigh. Those are the memories I choose to savor, the moments I let myself truly fly. The fear of the future, the ghosts of the past, they still attempt to pull at my mind. But your presence is the anchor that grounds me, the truest, most beautiful find. For granted, no longer letting opportunities drift, because the truth is the only thing we truly possess is this irreplaceable gift. I don't wanna lose a single moment. I wanna feel the value of every second with you. Every beat of the clock is a treasure of destiny that was finally beckoning. Every second is a chance to say I cherish you, a chance to embrace and to feel. Every second You stood across the table, reciting the reasons laid out with surgical precision and care. Each point was a final nail, sealing the affection we knew we could no longer repair. I searched your face for a flicker of doubt, or a sign that the ending might not be absolute. But your eyes held a cold, resolute clarity, bearing the fruit of your final rooting. Though my spirit screamed in silent protest, wanting to fight for the promise we swore, I looked at your absolute certainty and realized there was no fight left for me anymore. The realization hit me with the weight of inevitability, heavy and clear. The choice was yours, and my resistance would only prolong the pain and the fear. To cling to a connection that had already faded would be a cruelty to both of us. even though it tore my world apart. And in that final surrender, I painfully whispered, I agreed to mend my broken heart. The weight lifted from your shoulders was visible, a burden you finally put down and freed. And seeing your lightness was a difficult confirmation of the necessary decree. You needed this ending to breathe, to discover the path you were always meant to stride. In my spirit, however reluctant, realized I couldn't stand in the way of your tide. I accepted the role of the silent witness, the one who stood by and let the closure occur. Because true love in its final selfless form often means giving up what you are. The realization hit me with the weight of inevitability, heavy and clear. The choice was yours, and my resistance would only prolong the pain and the fear. To cling to a connection that had already faded would be a cruelty to both of our souls. So I swallowed the anguish and the longing, accepting the surrender of all my goals. And with a trembling breath and a heart that was shattered, I simply said, I agreed to the terms of your departure, planting the final necessary seed. I agreed to release the future we painted, to let the beautiful vision dissolve and decay. There was no protest left in my spirit, no power to make you choose to stay. With a trembling breath and a heart that was shattered, I simply said, I agreed to the terms of your departure, planting the final necessary seed. I agreed to release the future we painted, to let the beautiful vision dissolve and decay. There was no protest left in my spirit, no power to make you choose to stay. I validated your ending, your freedom, even though it tore my world apart. And in that final surrender, I painfully whispered, I agreed to mend my broken heart. The strength it took to accept your choice was greater than any fight I could have fought. It was the sacrifice of my own longing for the essential peace you finally sought. I gave you your freedom at the cost of my own momentary bliss, a final quiet selfless act sealed with this terrible final kiss. I agreed and I let you go. I often catch myself just watching when you're lost inside a moment of simple grace. The way the light catches the kindness that's always present upon your face. There's an effortless beauty in your spirit, a genuine goodness that shines through the day. You move through the chaos of the world with a quiet dignity that gently clears the way. I'm not talking about the surface, the superficial things that quickly fade from sight, but the deep, unwavering compassion that fills you with a gentle, perfect light. Every action you take is guided by an inner truth that I profoundly see. You treat every spirit with a tenderness that still amazes and utterly captivates me. It's the way you listen without interruption, the understanding you freely extend. It's the very foundation of your existence, the truest, most beautiful affection, my friend. And that is why I stand here, overwhelmed, celebrate the essence of a lovely you, whose heart is a sanctuary, whose spirit is honest, resilient, and true. It's a depth of beauty that goes far beyond the surface, a miracle I'm grateful to find. Lovely you, the one constant source of comfort, the kindest affection of its kind. I am blessed every day just by knowing the magnificent spirit that you are meant to be. This profound, simple truth is the reason I dedicate my entire life to thee. You taught me that true strength isn't shouting, but in the quiet courage to be kind, to offer forgiveness freely, leaving bitterness and resentment behind. When I was lost and consumed by my failures, you never judged, you simply drew me near. You showed me the path back to my own worth, conquering the shadow of every fear. I see the world differently now, reflected through the clarity you so freely share. You are the quiet revolution, the answer to every hopeful, earnest prayer. Every action you take is guided by an inner truth that I profoundly see. Yeah, you treat every spirit with the tenderness that still amazes and utterly captivates me. Yeah, it's the way you listen without interruption, the understanding you freely extend. It's the very foundation of your existence, the truest, most beautiful affection. And that is why I stand here, overwhelmed, celebrating the acts of love. Whose heart is a sanctuary, whose spirit is honest, resilient, and true. That goes far beyond, far beyond. The one constant source of comfort, the kindest affection of its kind. I am blessed every day just by knowing the magnificent spirit that you are meant to be. This profound, simple truth is the reason I dedicate my entire life to thee. I will never stop cherishing the purity that radiates so brightly from your soul. You are the proof that goodness can endure, making my own fragmented spirit whole. Thank you for showing me the real meaning of being beautifully and simply true. I am forever changed by the glorious presence of lovely you. my truest love. We spent 1,000 hours dissecting the failure, breaking down the intricate mistake. We've analyzed every action, every motive, for goodness sake. We've used complex sentences, elaborate metaphors, trying to shield the core of the pain, building walls of sophisticated language to protect ourselves from the final cold rain. But all the rhetoric, all the carefully constructed arguments simply lead back to the start. The simple, brutal truth that still resides in the wreckage of a mind shattered heart. I need to strip away the cushioning, the intellectual defense we carefully maintain. I need the simplicity of absolute honesty cutting through the complex strain. Don't hide behind the paragraphs, don't use the clever clauses to delay the inevitable feat. Just give me the raw, sharp clarity that will finally set my tortured spirit free. Tell me the whole agonizing truth with just one word. Was it gone or was it never? The feeling that you prefer, give me one word to summarize the reason we finally had to fall. Was it in or was it like the foundation that ruined it all? I need the simplicity of the final defining blow to help my spirit start to mend. Don't give me the book, just give me the answer. Tell me one word and let this be the end. You talk about timing and circumstances, the forces that pulled us apart and away. You try to soften the impact with caveats, hoping to lighten the darkness of today. But these details are just distractions, noise to dilute the absolute sting of the core. I don't need the whole timeline, I just need to know what you won't feel anymore. The truth is too painful to be padded, it needs to be delivered clean and swift, a single undeniable lesson. It's the final agonizing gift. I need to strip away the cushioning, the intellectual defense we carefully maintain. I need the simplicity of absolute honesty cutting through the complex strain. Don't hide me behind the paragraphs, don't use the clever clauses to delay the inevitable feat. Just give me the raw, sharp clarity that will finally set my tortured spirit free. Tell me the whole agonizing truth with just one word. Was it gone or was it never? The feeling that you prefer, give me a word to summarize the reason we finally had to fall. Was it in or was it like the foundation that ruined it all? I need the simplicity of the final defining blow to help my spirit start to mend. Don't give me the book, just give me the answer. Tell me one word and let this be the I know that word exists, the terrible noun, the absolute adjective that explains the why. Say it now, let the sound hang in the silence beneath this desolate final sky. Give me the clarity to start building, founded on the honest truth I receive. Simplicity. try to distract my spirit with noise, filling the quiet space where you used to reside. I sought out fleeting connections, brief encounters where my true feelings could hide. I hope that by scattering my affection, I could dilute the power your memory held, believing a crowd could replace the essence that my spirit had deeply compelled. But every face I searched, every spirit I encountered lacked the light I had known. They were shadows passing through a room where the memory of you sat on a throne. The truth is a simple arithmetic my heart finally learned to embrace and to keep. Every temporary fix only pushed my sorrow deeper, making the foundation weak. There is a unique space in my existence that only your particular energy can fill, and fighting that undeniable certainty is a battle that drains my spirit against my will. Because in this entire universe there is truly only one essence like yours, only one with the kindness, the clarity, the genuine affection that eternally endures. I finally accept that no temporary comfort or substitute will ever truly suffice. You are the destination, the goal, the entire future, the beautiful sacred price. My spirit recognizes its anchor, the certainty that I can neither escape or undo. You are the only one I am meant to love, the only one I always return to. I used to fear putting all my faith in a single connection, the vulnerability it implies. Afraid that to name you essential would invite the pain beneath the indifferent skies. But finding your true affection is the greatest strength, the courage to be fully seen. Realizing that true love is the absence of fear, the beautiful safe space in between. I no longer need to search the horizons for something that was standing here all along. You are the melody, the reason, the purpose, the entire meaning of my hopeful song. The truth is a simple arithmetic my heart finally learned to embrace and to keep. Every temporary fix only pushed my sorrow deeper, making the foundation weak. There is a unique space in my existence that only your particular energy can fill, and fighting that undeniable certainty is a battle that drains my spirit against my will. Because in this entire universe there is truly only one essence like yours, only one with the kindness, the clarity, the genuine affection that eternally endures. I finally accept that no temporary comfort or substitute will ever truly suffice. You are the destination, the goal, the entire future, the beautiful sacred price. My spirit recognizes its anchor, the certainty that I cannot escape or undo. You are the only one I am meant to love, the only one I always return to. I surrender the chase, the doubt, the endless search I thought I had to pursue. I stopped running from the fact that my entire world begins and ends with you. This devotion is my truth, my path, the simple reality I accept today. There is no one else who matters. There is no other way. eyes even fully open to the light. Before the coffee is brewing, before the world demands its presence day or night. Your presence, your well-being, the simple picture of your beautiful sleeping face. It arrives unbidden, taking precedence over time, over logic, over space. It's not a forced memory or a conscious effort after labor to conceive. It's simply automatic reflex, the constant truth that my spirit can't help but believe. In the middle of conversations, when the focus should be sharp and keenly set, a comforting image of your affection is the beautiful distraction I can't quite forget. In the chaos of the journey, when I'm tired and wishing the road would finally cease, the simple realization of your existence brings an instant, profound peace. You are the silent, constant presence, my most valuable every day. Thought the underlying harmony, the gentle foundation that everything else is built and fought. Every day, thought is a reminder of comfort, a connection that is easy and true, a quiet, unwavering certainty that everything meaningful leads back to you. You are the first moment of the morning, the last reassurance of the fading sun. My entire conscious life is anchored by you, the everyday thought, the only one. I don't need grand declarations or dramatic reminders to confirm what my spirit knows. The strength of our bond is in the subtle way our separate existence naturally flows. When I face a decision, big or small, I hear the echo of your honest, gentle voice. It's not a command, but a reflection of the wisdom that guides my ultimate choice. This quiet integration into my consciousness is the truest proof of our deep tie, a constant gentle reminder of the affection that will never ever die. In the middle of conversations, when the focus should be sharp and keenly set, a comforting image of your affection is the beautiful distraction I can't quite forget. In the chaos of the journey, when I'm tired and wishing the road would finally cease, the simple realization of your existence brings an instant, profound peace. You are the silent, constant presence, my most valuable every day. Thought the underlying harmony, the gentle foundation that everything else is built and fought. Every day, thought is a reminder of comfort, a connection that is easy and true, a quiet, unwavering certainty that everything meaningful leads back to you. You are the first moment of the morning, the last reassurance of the fading sun. My entire conscious life is anchored by you, every day thought, the only. I don't have to summon your image, it is simply always effortlessly there, a steady stream of tenderness, a constant, beautiful air. I am grateful, this silent assurance, this perfect subconscious grace. My mind finds its home, its true peace, only in this place. Music plays on outside is a chaos of noise, a million voices competing for space. They demand attention, they demand effort, setting a relentless, impossible pace. I watch the frantic search for validation, the constant performance beneath the cold sun. But all I ever truly yearn for is a quiet retreat when the long day is done. I don't need the bright lights or the crowds, the approval of any passing eye, because the only true honest reality is the one beneath our own roof. And still they let the demands of the journey fade into the necessary silence we create. I pull the curtain on the external drama, choosing this essential tranquil state. The only conversation that matters now is the unspoken language we share so well. Every spirit that seeks us outside this boundary has a story we choose not to tell. It's the quiet sanctuary of just us, the effortless peace that we finally reside in. Just us, against the noise, against the pressure, the beautiful world we gently hide in. No need for masks, no need for pretense. We can surrender to the truth we both know. In this shared space, the affection is effortless, and the spirit is finally allowed to grow. The only judges, the only witnesses are the two souls entwined and content. This beautiful, simple bond of just us is the greatest peace that was ever sent. We share the silent jokes, the knowing glances, the shorthand of a history so deep. The comfort of your presence is the steady promise that my vulnerable spirit can safely keep. I am entirely seen here, entirely understood, with no requirement to explain the need. This is the fertile ground where my true self blooms, a carefully planned and nurtured seed. Let the restless spirits keep searching for their purpose in the endless crowd. It's where I found my answer, right here, where the true light and effortless affection are rare. Let the demands of the journey fade into the necessary science we created. I pull the curtain on the external drama, choosing this essential tranquil state. The only conversation that matters now is the unspoken language we share so well. Every spirit that seeks us outside this boundary has a story we choose not to tell. It's the quiet sanctuary of just us, the effortless peace that we finally reside in. Just us, against the noise, against the pressure, the beautiful world we gently hide in. No need for masks, no need for pretense. We can't surrender to the truth we both know. In this shared space, the affection is effortless, and the spirit is finally allowed to grow. The only judges, the only witnesses are the two souls entwined and content. This beautiful, simple bond of just us is the greatest peace that was ever sent. Defenses so high for so long, fearing the world would eventually break in. But with you, the need for the armor simply vanished, allowing the quiet affection to begin. This is my haven, my truth, my ultimate answer to every doubt I ever possessed. The profound, sweet simplicity of letting go, knowing I am utterly blessed. Just us, just us. All we need, just us, just us. All we need, just us, just us. All we need, 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 just us. all we need. Mm. 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 I can feel the warmth radiating from your spirit, a palpable energy I can almost touch. We speak the same language, share the same secrets. Believing this means so very much. Every glance is charged with a silent promise. Every word hangs heavy in the air. We move around the edges of true vulnerability, dancing around the feelings we silently share. The bond is undeniable, magnetic, a force that pulls us to the very brink of the fall. But there is an invisible barrier, a final fragile wall. As eyes rough from having it all, I can see the fear in your eyes, the reflection of the reluctance I feel in my own core. We stand at the precipice of everything, wanting more but needing to be sure. We're at the edge of the definition, the boundary between friendship and the love we could keep. And the risk of crossing over is terrifying, and terrifying, passionate we are. So close to the total surrender, so close to letting the walls finally fall, so close to admitting this yearning and answering the undeniable call. I can almost taste the future, the sweet, intoxicating truth of what we could be. But this terrifying, beautiful space is the hardest to traverse, just you and me. The silence between our spirits is screaming with affection we're desperate to claim. We are standing so close, afraid to whisper the final powerful You talk about boundaries, about timing, the wisdom that dictates we should delay. But every logical word you utter is contradicted by the intensity you betray. I feel the tension in your posture, the desire that fights against the rational mind. If we keep pretending this is temporary, the real opportunity we will never find. We've exhausted the safety of the perimeter. There's no going back to the way it once stood. The universe is demanding a commitment, something finally understood. I can see the fear in your eyes, I know your gaze is drifting, avoiding the center, seeking safe harbors on the cold floor. You're trying to communicate the distance, the truth you can't hold anymore. I see the subtle shift in your posture, the way you pull your own spirit inside. And I know that silence is louder than shouting, because there's nowhere left for us to hide. You can use clever words to cushion the ending. You can structure a flawless final plea, but the only thing that holds the truth now is the honesty you refuse to give me. Stop treating this like a delicate process, a drama you need to quietly stage. I deserve the full, unvarnished recognition of the sorrow on this final page. Don't fear the pain you're inflicting, I can handle the weight of the inevitable blow. Just stop shielding your feelings and let the full, final reality show. I am asking for one last honest connection, so please I need you to look at me and acknowledge the spirit you are setting eternally free. Look at me and tell me the affection is truly gone, with your eyes holding no doubt or fear. Don't let the last memory be of avoidance, let the final moment be stark and clear. I need to see the end in your own gaze, to finally start to believe into men. Just look at me now and let this painful, absolute silence finally end. You keep speaking of logistics and timing, the practical necessities of the split, but you avoid the core of the breaking, the emotional fire that brutally lit. You wanna leave this with minimal fuss, a clean, smooth departure, devoid of strife. But denying the depth of the feeling is denying the reality of my entire life. I need you to face the consequence of the decision you've chosen to finally make, to see the full price of your departure. For goodness sake, stop treating this like a delicate process, a drama you need to quietly stage. I deserve the full, unvarnished recognition of the sorrow on this final page. Don't fear the pain you're inflicting, I can handle the weight of the inevitable blow. Just stop shielding your feelings and let the full, final reality show. I am asking for one last honest connection, so please I need you to look at me and acknowledge the spirit you are setting eternally free. Look at me and tell me the affection is truly gone, with your eyes holding no doubt or fear. Don't let the last memory be of avoidance, let the final moment be stark and clear. I need to see the end in your own gaze, to finally start to believe into men. Just look at me now and let this painful, absolute silence finally end. I don't ask you to return, I don't ask you to change the path you are about to take. I only ask for the dignity of truth, for the honest closure I need to make. Give me that final moment of eye-to-eye contact, the respect I deserve at the close. Show me the finality, and then let my broken spirit find me repose. Daggers won't dry me. often think about the day we decided to officially close the world out, drawing a beautiful, firm boundary against the currents of pressure and doubt. We looked at the chaos, the demands, the standards the outside insisted we meet, and whispered a promise to each other, a simple truth that couldn't be beat. We knew that the core of our shared peace was found not in performance or applause, but in the quiet, simple acceptance of our spirits, regardless of their flaws. Let the inner seek their validation in the constant noise and the frantic display. Our sanctuary is built on a quiet honesty that chases all those shadows away. There is a unique language of affection, a connection that only we two possess, a bond so effortless, so essential, that it conquers all worry and distress. And the only thing that really matters is the simple profound reality. We two, against the challenges. We two, standing firm, honest and forever true. It's the effortless comfort of coming home to the only spirit that fully understands. The entire universe can fade into the background when we hold each other's hands. We two are the purpose, the journey, the destination. The reason I finally breathe is shared, quiet, beautiful world of we two is the greatest gift I could ever receive. Grand pronouncements or dramatic moments to affirm our deep tie. The strength of our connection is in the subtle language spoken beneath our shared sky. The easy acceptance of silence, the knowing glance across a room that says it all. That is the kind of profound communication that prevents my spirit from making a fall. You are the truest mirror, reflecting the core of the being I am meant to be. And I offer the same safety and quiet solace to the beautiful spirit that is thee. Let the others seek their validation in the constant noise and the frantic display. Our sanctuary is built on a quiet honesty that chases all those shadows away. There is a unique language of affection, a connection that only we two possess, a bond so effortless, so essential that it conquers all worry and distress. And the only thing that truly matters is the simple profound reality. We two, against the challenges. We two, standing firm, honest and forever true. It's the effortless comfort of coming home to the only spirit that fully understands. The entire universe can fade into the background when we hold each other's hands. We two are the purpose, the journey, the destination. The reason I finally breathe is shared, quiet, beautiful world of we two is the greatest gift I could ever receive.